Ah. Ah. Hi. Not sure why that was the first noise I had to make today. Anyway. Hello, hello. Possums, indeed. Hi, Dale. Hello, hello. You almost finished your other job. Snacks will be out shortly. Cool. Hello, hello. Thank you for the chin scratches. It is Friday, I think. Yes, good morning. As for the question, the answer is 0 because it was so that was a high cast. Don't block me. Hello, doing my jester dance right now. You see, my dear chat, that was a trick question. Azure definitely solved it. I didn't just misspell possums. Now I'm just gonna keep getting people who are like, that's not how it's spelled. I'm like, ah, you fools. You fools, you've fallen for my trap. Don't block me. Oh, sorry, Malcolm. Mega Pounds, hi. AJ, I'm like, what is your name? Hi, AJ. Oh my god, I can't. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is how you spell it. Little did I know. What's my name is literally there. Look, I was literally about to call you Alex. I'll say there, Erotica, thank you very much for the lurk. I legitimately was about to say Alex. Dark. Well, hello there, gay badass Dark Lord. Welcome in, welcome in. My name is Semi Enigma. I'm an Elder Dragonmon boss. Thank you so much for joining the organization. You can pick up your badge at the front desk, and I can definitely spell possums. I mean, you're not wrong. Wait, does the A in AJ stand for Alex? Ah, shit. I don't know. I always thought it was like Alan or something. It does? Oh my god. I am psychic. I am psychic. I just doxed the AJ. I'm sorry. Anyway. What do you mean cap? Oh god, we got one of those youngsters in here. Hi TD. Hello at all. You'd smell weed and gasoline on me? Oh boy. That sounds like a bad combination. Like you're flammable, but like in the bad way. I comment on your Twitter post and my name is there, you fool. Ah, shit. AJ doxed himself. Oh man, okay, I'm kidding. I am a good dragon today. Might take a nap because I'm a high. Well, if you do end up taking a nap to my dulcet tones, I fully understand. Some people told me that they can fall asleep to my voice, and I'm not sure how. My voice is very awkward. But they're like, you sound so nice and calming, and I'm like, do I? Do I? Because I don't know. I couldn't listen to myself for like, because I tried to listen to myself to go to sleep, and all I heard was maybe because you're a yapper? Maybe. I do like, okay, so I do like this lovely boon of YouTube videos that are just for people to go to sleep to. Like, yeah, there's all the slop, but then there's like 8 hours about a guy talking about, you know, earthworm lore or something, and I'll be like, man, this is so relaxing, even though I have no idea what he's talking about. I can't listen to those though, because then I'll like literally just catch on to a random thing they said and be like, wait, what are you talking? What do you mean about the earthworms? What do you mean about the weird little or wormy religion? Rewind. What do you mean they worship the dark of the depths? What is this? Like, you could totally just slip weird batshit stuff into those. I mean, I could sleep to you because of the noise. Yeah. I mean, if you did ASMR of whispering, it would sell. No, it would not. Nobody wants semi-whispering nonsense ASMR. Nobody wants that. It's time for you to do an ASMR. I yap about my world lore while you sleep. Don't I already do that? Well, not the sleeping part, but like I don't think I don't like, but I do talk about my lore constantly because I like my lore. I like all my lore. I have a problem. I have an addiction. I need an intervention so people can listen to me talk about lore. YouTube video essay is mentions worms, immediately gets up from my bed. Oh shit, for real? Like, I was like listening to the Subnautica one. There's one about Subnautica, and I'm sitting there, I'm laying there, you know, slowly closing my eyes, and then it's like, and then the ancient technology. I'm like, wait, what? The what? The what? What do you mean the ancient civilization of Subnautica? What's going on here? What do you mean? Joke's on you, I would buy that ASMR. No, you wouldn't. No one should buy that, because I do it for free. How many possums to make a bag in the Valley of Rattle? Yes, it's absolutely, that is totally what the question is. Tell me how many possums. My plan is working, chat. My plan is working. How do people keep finding me? Like, I'm literally wondering about this at this point. Just like, does someone see the title of my video and be like, okay, wait, what is this? Who is, like, I guess I also don't look like the type of person to ask about how many possums, but, you know. I yap Leo's lore to you in my hatred against the shield hero and the fucker Black Butler to give you content. Man, I do just rant about the same 8 things over and over again. That 70 mumbles randomness. I mean, it could. I love lore, hence my obsession with Tolkien. Also, hey there, Harriet. I didn't say hello. Well, Tolkien is my main inspiration for making a giant world. Like, Tolkien is very, like, I do like the sheer amount of BS that guy makes up. The world has been 15 years in the making. Ooh, fancy. Unfortunately, I'm like a boomer or boomer adjacent, so I've been working on crap for 30 years. Someone help. Like, I'll just be like, and all my stuff started with, I distinctly remember when I started writing, disclaimer, my writing is not good. But I distinctly remember sitting in my parents' living room because I didn't have a room at the time. And I was so I slept in the living room, and I had my laptop, and I distinctly remember sitting there, at 9 p.m. Everyone's asleep for some reason, and I'm like, I'm gonna make a Mary Sue. I'm gonna make the most ridiculous Mary Sue. No one can do anything about her. She will be the worst and the best. And I've been working on that stupid Mary Sue for 30 years. Like, it's literally like, that's how old Stella is. She's like, well, she's not my oldest Mary Sue. I think my oldest Mary Sue is like, what's her name? It begins with an L, I think. I'd have to look it up. I still have that old Mary Sue. I can't do anything with her though. Stella's fine. My original Mary Sue, I can't do anything with it. That lady is toxic. She's like toxic. I have tried reading the Silmarillion this summer. The Silmarillion, the Slimillion, however you spell it. Started after college, got a bachelor's in history and minor in anthology. So got a ton of material to work with. Sounds fun. Daddy, I found the BL. Has begun reading it. All right, you enjoy the BL, my son. Make sure to give me a steady report of the BL, because I refuse to read any. Or at least I refuse to read any intentionally. If I read something and it just happens to turn into a BL, I'm not gonna stop reading it. But if it's like the attraction to this, like if someone's like, Sebby, you should read the story, and I'm like, why? Because beautiful men are kissing. I'm like, that is not attractive to me. Is there a big booba lady? What? No, ew. Get out of my house. How would you even get in here? At this point, I have 100 and I have 100 or so OCs and historical figures. Harriet, don't get to my level. I have 5,000 OCs. I actually had I lost my catalog. I have to list them out again. I keep making more. Someone's make me stop. Update. My first PL, it's Omniverse. I didn't read the tag, honey, no. No, Fujo, I'm gonna pack my bags. No, I've lost everyone. Only have I only have a few properly fleshed out. Like, the thing is, I've also done RPs. So as someone who likes to do RP, not anymore. Disclaimer: I can't do RP anymore because people are weird now. But basically, I'm also just used to just creating stuff for people to RP in. So that's how I ended up with like 5,000. It's not because I wrote that much. It's because I'm literally like, okay, so this person wants to interact with like this person, but they want to have some family drama. So I have to make everybody in the family. You know? God saw me and sent anthropology. Not the anthropology. Like, I have a lot. I've just resetted everything, to be honest. So it woke me up and finally resulted just one, aka the boy. Because the boy is the best character. Like, I know you have other ones, but the boy just sends me every single time. It just, like, mainly because it just sounds really, like, it's funny, but it also just sounds cool. Like, it's hard to describe why I just like the boy so much, because he just, I don't know, he sounds almost menacing. It's you can't just say like the boy, it has to be the boy. Oh man. But yeah, I had to go to like, I had to go, because I have a particular issue going on, I went to a specialist. Now, I think I have Stockholm syndrome or something, because like every time I go to the doctor, it's like 5 hours of waiting for them to do 2 minutes of work. Like, so when I went there for my particular issue, they're like, I was like, literally, and I'm not talking about in the waiting room. They did that thing where they bring you in, they do your vitals or whatever, and then they're like, okay, the doctor will see you soon, and they stick you in a room. I was in that room for so long, I thought they forgot about me. I was like, and like my stupid ass will sit there for hours. I was like reading a book. I was reading a book, opening drawers, looking at everything, inspecting the trash can, counting the tiles. Like, I was just insane in that room. And then the guy comes in and be like, yes, I read your thing. Poke. I don't know what this is, but I don't know. Get this medication. I'm like, okay. So and then he's like, yeah, but if this continues in 2 weeks, go see, a specialist about this particular thing. And I'm like, and I'm sitting there thinking, maybe I should have just did that. But I'm like, no, I don't trust this doctor, but I have to trust a doctor. So I go and do what he told me to do. It did literally nothing. So yesterday, I'm like, and I've been traumatized by going to the doctor, okay? So I'm like, I call a specialist and I'm like, okay, so, like, this is what the issue is, and are you accepting new patients? And they're like, yeah, we're accepting new we're accepting new patients, we're right over here. And I'm like, okay, cool, I know where that is. So what are the wait times? Is it like 2-3 hours? Because I got work today. And they're like, what? No, it's gonna be like 15 minutes. And I'm like, 15 minutes? That's such a little amount of time. And I'm sitting there being like, have I been mentally scarred by going to the doctor? So I go there, they're so clean, they're so nice, they're so polite, and my wait was actually 10 minutes. I went in there, and the guy and his assistant gave me a thorough check, being like, yep, this is actually what this is. What did the other doctor give you? I'm like, this? They're like, that's for like this weirdly unrelated issue. You can stop taking that. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he's like, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this, that, and the third, and you're just gonna just come back to like next month. And I'm like, oh, okay. The whole thing took like 10 minutes. I'm like, wow, this is such a nice use of my time instead of spending 5 hours for a guy to tell me something he didn't understand. Ugh. Not all doctors, but some doctors. It's 8. It's 8 list titles, and there's just the mole. Did the doctor give you a big lollipop for being a brave patient? No, I didn't get anything because I'm an old woman. Also, hello, welcome in. How are you today? But yeah, so I'm just like, okay. And now the only problem is I'm waiting for the medication they prescribed me. They're not in stock, so I have to wait for that to come in. But other than that, I'm good. Don't worry, it's nothing detrimental, but it is something annoying. So I'm just like, but I've learned my lesson. Next time something happens, I will go to the doctor before it takes over half my body. Well, I don't know what I'm gonna eat for lunch today. Dinner. Anyway. Doctor ran over. Back to OC nonsense. So, but yeah, I've, I don't know. I just have a lot. I like making OCs and I like concepts. I've got your girl. Grunk. I don't know. Doesn't that just make me an auntie? Like, Aunt Grunks. Aunt Gunk? Yeah, I forget I'm a lady too. I feel like it's inappropriate to say that type of joke because there's actual trans people. I don't know. Sometimes I'd be like, wait, is that bad now because trans people? Like, I don't know. Hashtag I'm okay. I'm not against, like, oh, how do I put this? I'm not against trans people, but I do want to be properly sensitive because I did start off very homophobic and transphobic. So I'm still learning. So if I say something offensive about the phobics, please let me know. Though I will not stop being racist. Let me stop saying that. Like, I'm not like, you know, like I'm like the annoying type of like general racist. Like, you know, the one that everybody has. I'm one of those. Like, I don't like being racist. No one likes being racist, but here we are. No, I'm not gonna talk about that. Anyway, it's the spirit that counts, gunk. But like, but no, I like, it's been a lot of fun world building though. Like, so I was working on, like, I know I keep saying I'm gonna work on this light novel, but I'm totally working on it. Also, yes, good morning, Emblem. Hello. Hi, Scatter. Hello. Shatter. Hi, Shatter. Hello. It's been a while. How are you? But like, so, I was like, one thing I do enjoy about working on my web novel that will come out at some point. I promise. Oh, look, we got a stompy little Rocky over there. Hi, Rocky, my favorite spirit rock man. How you doing? What are we talking about? We're talking about the creative process. I am learning. I am absorbing. I am slowly being filled with fish. Anyway. And that I'm racist. What? I gotta stop saying that. One of these days I'm gonna get an actual racist in here. Someone's like, oh, racist, you say? Well, that means I get to say the N-word. I'm like, no, you don't, because I don't get to say the N-word. Well, I get to, but I don't like it. Anyways, I'm beginning to world build after watching the Sword Art Online's older and cooler brother, .hack. Like, I've always wanted to get into .hack, but that thing's a freaking mammoth. I'm like, god damn it. Like, and my roommate is playing all of .hack because she likes to read, not read, but she likes to play physical media, so she's been playing .hack. Don't understand what's happening, but it's happening. Like, I like Visa world building though. I'm actually playing .hack right now. Ooh, which one are you on? Ah, is my sinuses stopped? No, it's not. Anyway, like, .hack seems so fascinating to me. Infection? Oh god, which one is that? Is that like the first one or is it the second one? They have great music. Like, I'm just watching the Sign anime. Oh. They aired .hack on Cartoon Network back in the day, which is strange because that show had a bit of that was not removed. I remember back in the day with like Toonami where they would like, whenever a character was naked, they'd always just Photoshop a bathing suit onto them, but sometimes the bathing suits would look really stupid. The first one, okay. Well, it was infection. Infection first, that makes sense. But like I remember that because like I was super shocked whenever because I used to rent VHSs from a local store that didn't have that censorship on there, so I'd just be like, oh my god, they're naked. Hey Bubble, hello. Oh, hey Ellie, hello. Oh, I was like, Bubble. Hi Ellie, hi. I had fallen asleep and was woken by my sister's white crunchy dog inside. How art thou? I hope you're doing good. Sorry I wasn't able to answer the other day. I was streaming and then I was also at work, so I couldn't really respond quickly. I'm sorry about that. But if you do have any Clip Studio questions, I can still answer them for you. Don't you worry about it? Okay. Infection, mutation, outbreak, and quarantine. That makes very interesting sense. I'm going to throw hands with my bed after doing modeler duties. I see. I hope you win against your bed. That one beach scene with Yorochi airing on TV totally didn't affect my prepubescent brain. Like, I don't know why, like, the worst thing is, like, because back in the day, I was a youngster, but not that young. I was, like, there were, like, Toonami before Adult Swim even became a thing. Like, God. I still remember, like, Cartoon Network even just being a thing back then, because there was no such thing as a cartoon-only channel. It was always Saturday cartoons. So when Cartoon Network came around, everyone was like, oh my god! Cartoons all day, every day! And then they're like, oh god, we're running out of content. How much can we really just spam Hanna-Barbera? I wanted to ask if there was a way to favorite brushes or have them in a close circle to feel like it's very inconvenient to have to scroll up and down. I think you could just make a new folder, but I'll have to look. Just because I always use like a lot of the default ones. But you should be able to make a new folder, I think. Funny thing, I didn't have Toonami, unfortunately. It was a shitload of fuckery. Like, man, it was wild back then. I think, I'm not sure. Let me open my Clip Studio real quick. I'm not switching over yet, but I am looking. I think you can make a new folder. I think you can. Okay, wait. Let's see, brush, and then make, let's see. Subtool settings, delete subgroup. Add from default. Maybe not. Like, can you just? Because it's literally the wait. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I'll have to investigate, but I think there's a way to do it. I'm gonna close that for now because I'm not drawing yet. I'll have to see because I'm not sure. Anyway, but my arm. Don't become my age, children. You'll just move your arm weird and suddenly it'll just be like, screw you, lady. But no, I like but like, I don't know, I've been having fun with my light novel. Like, I know some people are probably tired of me talking about it, but like, I'm sorry, you're just gonna have to deal with my hyperfixation. You're just gonna have to deal. You're just gonna have to deal. There's nothing I can do about it. Because like, every time I try to force myself to do something else, I just come right back to it. It's gonna be like this probably, I don't even, like, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be like this until the end of the year, but it might be like this for like the next 3 months. Someone on Discord was fighting about my username, calling it a slur? What? Towards gay people? What? How? And I should be ashamed of my username Cream Puff? Okay. When to find out she made it up and wanted to start a fight with little old me. Oh my god. Was this in my server? I will ban this bitch. If this happened in my server, I will give them a talking to, or I will ban them because I am a tyrant. And nepotism matters. Like, who? First of all, that sounds a little... Anyway. Children. I can't. He's like, remember, kid, because I'm not gonna be like, you know, oh, I'm a fair person. I'm not. I am straight up. If I actually know you, I will use my power of nepotism. Hey, Osaka, hello at all. Definitely not. It's an art server, and it was sadly so problematic. Had to put 4 people. Jesus. Is like certain parts of Britain. What? And only found out because of Fairly Odd. That is so weird. What's Nepalism? I like to say nepotism, but that's that thing where you basically favor people you know or that you like. So this is not a meritocracy. This is not a if you work hard you will win. You will win by gaining my favor because I am a tyrant. Like, I'm setting the proper expectation, as one should. That's why when I ban people on my server, some people are like, you should only ban people when it's fair. No, I will ban people just because they piss me off. That's insane. I found out that cream meant like a description towards a twink. Man, what? And it's clearly not. It's a freaking dessert. I can't. Look, the English is very weird. Also, Axel's nicknamed me Cream Puff because I love pastry. Well, it's a cute name. It's a cute name. Oh god, not the Twinkies. But yeah, I'm very much because like I actually banned someone like I think like a couple of weeks ago just because she kept getting on my nerves. Like, I don't want people to worry about getting on my nerves, but if I tell you to stop doing something and you still do it, that obviously means you do not respect me. Therefore, get the F out of my community. Like, bruh. I'm not gonna be like, oh, well, I need to wait for them to do something to ban. No, if I am thinking about banning someone, they get banned because it pisses me off. I'm not gonna give people a chance to piss me off more because that has been my experience. You know? Also, language barrier and context barrier. You don't need context. That is so real, being told no the first time and nothing changed. Best believe you aren't getting a second chance. And that's the thing, people need to also understand consequences. I think some people rely on the fact that they'll get another chance and think, well, I still have one more chance to be an asshole before they actually get rid of me. I'm like, no. No. You know, like, no. Getting banned is like a light punishment. It's like, I acted out and somebody put me in a crystal. Because like, and the thing is, I'm not like, I know it's like, I don't even care if people think I'm just being sensitive or whatever, because it's my community and my space. It's like, my server is like my house. I'm not gonna let you disrespect me in my house. No. Hi, next time, hello at all. Mainly because, like, and this is for anyone else who's thinking about or has a community. If someone is annoying you, it doesn't matter how much other people like them in your community, they can make their own and they probably already talk to each other. But you have to basically say, no, this is not allowed in my community, get the crap out. Because if you allow this person, other people will also think it's okay. Because they may not say anything, but they will they will actually have that thought process of, oh, well, you know, this person is able to be an asshole, so if I'm an asshole too, it's not really a bad thing because it's allowable, you know? And I'm like, no, screw that. You know? Like, a lot of people don't like when I don't understand how I like, for example, when I do the please do not spam like gifs in general, because some gifs will make me sick. But if someone just keeps the big thing is no videos in general. I'm like, no, if you have a video, put it, there's a place to put it. Do not put it here. And if someone does it continuously, either they will get kicked or they will get banned. Because if you cannot, if you can't do a simple, like, obey a simple rule, like, don't do blank, that means you don't respect me enough to actually just do common sense. Now, it's one thing if I like accidentally let it go or whatever, that's one thing. But if it's literally like, no, I've told you specifically to your face, don't do that shit, and you do it again, out you go. You come in my house on my birthday, give me a birthday gift on my birthday. I cannot. I've said Discord pics too of the crunchy dog of her with her name is Chiquita, and when we got her we thought she was a teacup. So Chihuahua, like, so Chiquita means small in Spanish. Oh, that's cute. Let me see, since I haven't transferred over yet, let me take a look. Let me see this dog. See this dog? That's so cute. Oh my god! Oh my god, that's so cute. That's so cute. I can't. That's adorable. I like that dog is small to me. It's like that's the issue. I got with some. Oh, what do we have here? We have the raid. Hello, hello. Welcome in, raiders. My name is Semi Enigma. I'm an Elder Dragon Mom Mouse. Thank you so much for joining us today. Let's see. This is Spectres, Spells, and Charms. What are you up to today? How are you? Let's see. One can be a POS and face no consequences, but if I do it, then it's an issue. It's like links to photos, videos, go in media. Exactly. Like, and I understand sometimes, especially if someone's new, they might not understand that. And, you know, and I will, like, that's the only time you will get the benefit of the doubt. But if you've been in this community for more than like 2 minutes, you are gonna get the hammer. Semi, don't yell at me. I did my job. Yes, you did. You did. Thank you. I'm not gonna lie. One thing I like about streaming in the morning is now I have Cass here. Like, it's kind of fun having Cass around. Oops, we're an ad jail now. Welcome in. Yeah, I'm Semi Enigma, but I'm doing good. How are you? Stream's been great. We've been talking about completely normal things. It's like, you see that sexy-tailed dragon. Yeah, that's our boss. Hello, hello. How's my favorite flashlight? How you doing? You have me at the... Yeah, technically you pop up whenever, don't you? Don't eat food in general. It leaves crumbs in the carpet. No, eat food. Just, you know. What just happened? Nothing. Nothing happened. We're being completely awesome today. I was actually just talking about how, like, it's sometimes, especially when people just start out with like any type of community, they feel very awkward enforcing boundaries and rules, but it's like that for a reason, you know? Like, I know a lot of people like to make, like, you know, sex jokes because of the way my character looks, but I have to shut them down very quickly, because before you know it, you get someone being a creep and I have to ban them. You know, and I'm like, okay, nope, out you go, out of the house. Yeah. I'm so mesmerized by your horns. Thank you. I actually like my horn shape now. I used to kind of hate them, but I like my horns. I like my horns a lot better. Like, they're finally the right size, as I slowly made them bigger over time. Had to make my horns bigger, my neck longer. Your favorite what? Flashlight with an A. With an A. He's a flashlight. You pivot. I might not have sent a pic of a character's butt. Silly side, not the butt. But what? Okay. Oops. There goes my phone. Oh, okay. One sec, I gotta go get it. Okay. It just fucking triple flipped out of my hand. Jesus. It's just like, woo! Anyway, let me put that down. I cannot. Yeah, not carpet. I remember I once had some channels on the server that passively baited the bad actors into outing themselves. Yeah, that's a good plan. Yes. It's like Steven Universe Lapis, like her hairs just continued to get bigger. Lapis was such an, like, I liked Lapis, but I'm not gonna lie, I did like, what was it? Was it Malachite? When Lapis fused with not Herman, you know, the yellow one, Jasper. Like, I'm sorry, Malachite was badass. I don't care what anyone says. Like, yes, they were a toxic relationship, but honestly, Lapis is just toxic anyway. Oh no, we have another cast. Oh god. I mean, hello, welcome in, welcome in. My name is Semi Enigma. I'm an Eldritch Dragon mom boss. Thank you so much for joining the organization. You can pick up your badge at the front desk. Hate to raid and run, but I love your model. Always hope, as always, hope you have a great stream. Thank you very much for dropping by. Didn't you plan to just get the titular's big enough to the point that your waist is gone and the model is just just floating? No, totally not. The butter effect was created, not the butter effect. I bet I just wanted to see if you had games on your phone. I see. Yeah, Malachite. Yeah, like I like Jasper too. Like, sorry. That's Casey the fucking. Sorry. I only read just the 3 letters. Be like, ah, yeah. Sorry, Casey. Look, reading is hard when it's like 11 a.m. It's 11 a.m. in the morning, Cass. I can't read. Reading is hard when you're old. You you youngsters don't understand. For me, 11 a.m. is like the crack of dawn. I have to stop saying that. Is the Harwood, Tiny Heart when Jasper said, "Why does everyone who fuses with me?" Oh my god, Jasper, I'm right here, baby. Like, I actually really liked Jasper. Jasper weirdly doesn't make sense sometimes though, because Jasper sounded like she was very passionate about her diamond. Which, I'm sorry, why didn't they just make it so Jasper just belonged to Yellow Diamond? She is yellow. I know that sounds racist, but that makes way more sense than making her a part of Pink Diamond's court. I understand there's some things they probably did plan for, but some things literally felt like it came out of nowhere. We need to teach Semi Xbox names, no we don't. Yeah, I think they didn't make Jasper pink because, okay, this is gonna sound bad. I think they didn't do it because Jasper is just too masculine, and they probably had their unconscious bias that Jasper could not be pink, even though there are, because a pink Jasper is just, they just used quartzes, you know. Jasper goes crushing on Amethyst and Rose as a kid. Amethyst gets shafted by this series so badly. Amethyst is literally it's not her fault, but she gets a little bit shafted because she doesn't really have a lot going for her. No wonder they thought she was from Yellow, but I guess it made sense that all quartz belonged to Rose, if I'm correct. No, not all of them. The show got a little muddy when it came to the gems and who they belonged to, because if you notice, most gems are actually segregated by color, with the exceptions of ones that are specifically their gem has only one color. You know, I hate Peridot, but anyway. Actually, I had a crush on Lapis and Peridot. So he likes him toxic? What the fuck? 13 years and we're still talking about Steven fans. I like Steven Universe. It had a lot of great things in it. It's just some things fell short. Oh yes, I am off color and they get chatted. Yeah, but most gems were basically segregated by the type and their color. So that's why Blue Diamond's court is full of blue gems. Same thing with yellow gems. Now you did have some that were a little bit interesting, like the ones that are green. If they are green, they could be blue or yellows, you know, and then if it's to my knowledge, now this could be, I could be wrong here, but I always thought that reds were actually under pink. They don't really say anything about that because they kind of didn't seem to know what to do with Pink Diamond. They knew about Rose Quartz, but I don't think they knew what to do with Pink Diamond as a character and as a diamond, because technically it would have made sense for reds to be under pink, but they didn't want Pink to have remotely any authority, apparently. So I assume that anything red was also just made by white, but then you got Pearls. Oh, Pearls. It's my favorite character, Slavery. Not slavery. It's always slavery. Don't worry, they're happy slaves. I can't. Oh, God. Yeah, we can't go one stream without me talking about slavery. I mean, OC Sue, she's a spin now. Spinos are great, though. They look so cool. Hey, just crows on blue. Like, Blue Diamond. Okay, Blue Diamond. Like, out of the diamonds, Blue is my favorite. She's just. I'm sorry, but if no one stopped it, Greg would have got a second wife, and that would have been Blue Diamond. Like, Blue Diamond would have totally went after Greg. Because they're both cute and sad, and he was very charming, and she kidnapped him. There's an alternative universe out there where Greg accidentally bangs every diamond. No one wants this but me. I want this. There needs to be like a weird vaguely disguised anime about a middle-aged man who gets kidnapped by alien gem ladies, and he just keeps banging them after his wife dies. Like, it just needs to happen. I do like those alternative universes where Greg just actually does bang every diamond and they become rose quartz instead. You know, or they all die, but like Steven is different in every universe because of Greg just being too sexy to diamonds. Brown diamond wasn't supposed to show despite it being a common type of diamond. We don't talk about brown. Well, you have the diamond wristlet. Well, I think it's because Greg is actually just a really great guy. Like, hi, Bad Mouse, hello. But Greg is actually a very great guy, and I think that's why he keeps attracting women. It's because he's just a really great guy. Yeah, we're starting to love to please. Actually, show me that comic. He went through like 4 or 5 streams talking about slavery. Ah, yes, Blue Diamond is adorable. I want to take care of her. She's so cute. And she's so sad. I love her. But I like how she's hidden badass, though. Space women can't stop falling over the fault with a fat bald guy. I don't know. Diamond's like, the dad bod, they do. Black VTuber lover, thanks. Do you mean that, like, ironically? Hey, B, hello, how are you? I felt a disturbance of the force. Hi, Axel, how you doing? Like, I don't know. Like, when it came to, like, I understand the point of Steven Universe was Steven Universe, so a lot of stuff in the background did not actually matter. Like, the inner workings of the gem race and their culture was literally just a sidebar for Steven to go through his own bullshit, and I understand that. That's why some things just don't connect sometimes, you know? Like, the fact that they kind of fumbled a lot of things when it came to gems specifically, it's because, well, it's about Steven at the end of the day, and I think people don't want to acknowledge that Steven Universe is about Steven Universe, you know, and his racist grandmas. You know how it is. Do enough prepping for a stream later and catching up on ode artwork. Nice. No irony, I just try my best to find and support as many Black VTubers as possible. Very commendable. Thank you. A lot of people kind of forget I'm Black, so I'm just kind of surprised. The old universe charm. I like how realistic Greg Universe is. Sorry, I have to go soon. Okay. No, you're fine. But like, he's a very realistic guy. Like, he's not even perfect. He's just this fumble of a dude, and I love him. Like, Greg deserved better. Not just that, but Steven Universe is the reason why me and Axel are dating. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's so cute. When Steven Universe is about Steven Universe. I think because the fandom like has a weird thing when it comes to Steven Universe, because they want all the space lesbians, and then there's this random straight boy next to them. Like, no one wants to acknowledge that, like, Steven, outside of him, oh, thank you very much for the bits. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Love my model. Thank you very much. I made it myself because I have a problem. And I'm poor. Because I'm like, can you imagine me paying somebody to make a model like this? Oh my god, it'd be so expensive, and it's not even that good. Ugh. Ugh. Horrible. Like, I saw that controversy lately where someone got, like, someone's like character or model got whitewashed, and I'm like, ooh. Yeah, I'm so glad I can draw, because oh my god. I would be livid. I would literally just go and edit the art myself. I would fucking do that. I would just be like, screw you, random artist. No, don't do that. Don't do that, artist. But like, but you never know when it's gonna happen, you know? Story's more important than the lore. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, the story is not bad. The story is actually pretty good. It's just, sometimes the lore does get in the way of Steven Universe, though. But yes, take care, Casey. Thank you. Sorry I said your name wrong. I love Steven Universe, but I have so many problems with it. It's good, but it's also, like, it's a beautiful show if you like to be in your feels. If you want to be in your feels, it's a great show. If you like to just see a bunch of beautiful art and beautiful visuals, it's a great show. If you're kind of weird about lesbians, it's a great show. If you're weirdly like misogynistic, maybe don't watch it. You know? But like, they did drop the ball with a couple of things. Like, they didn't know what to do with Connie. Connie is also a great character. Steven's totally not girlfriend. But the show kind of didn't really know what to do with her because she kind of makes no sense for the choices that she makes. Because I'm sitting there being like, it kind of suffers a little bit from the world building is great until it's stupid. Also, Twisted, why? Why would you block me? How dare you? It's 11 a.m. I should probably start drawing soon. Oh shit, it's already past like 30 minutes. I should start drawing. I was gonna, also, warning, we are gonna be drawing Leo today. So, suffer. But the story's more like the lore I meant, like, in general. Like, in general, it's okay. It just has some bad parts. The community also had lots of weird people, and especially the ships. Ships are bad. Why not? Because I said so. See, if you wanted the villains to die, well, too bad. We're gonna show you PG, and they got morals and stuff. Like, the thing is, they were still aliens at the end of the day, so it's kind of hard to me, the diamonds can't be evil because they're aliens. Not only that, but the show has actually not, outside of Earth, they actually don't really show the diamonds subjugating anybody. So it's kind of hard to, it's like the universe of Steven Universe is fairly empty, except for plants. There's just plants everywhere, and weird little, I don't know, mole things or something. Never watched, just seen clips on TikToks and what people explain. Like, honestly, I don't know. It depends on what you want. Like, if you like shoujo anime, Steven Universe is pretty good. But do not watch it for any other reason. If you want some delicious representation of lesbians, I do not recommend. Because it will gaslight you in the only quote-unquote canon lesbian couple, because I'm sorry, Pearl and Bismuth do not count, is literally the two lesbians in a trench coat. Like, so I don't, like, I know people are like, representation. I'm like, no, there's representation and then there's whatever the fuck that is. Honestly, that one episode of Steven Universe where Connie got mad as Steven sacrificed himself to protect his loved ones. Like, the story just didn't know what to do with Connie, because the problem with Connie is, if the show focused on Connie anymore, the gems would have gotten less focused, because Connie and Steven have a better dynamic, and the story might have accidentally warped to being about the both of them, and then probably her, because she has better parallels to Pink Diamond than Steven does. So they kind of had to shaft her in order to keep it focused on Steven. Like, and I, as someone who's done creative work, I can understand more or less that's what happened. It's not like they maliciously underlined Connie. It's like they accidentally had to shove her to the side to keep the focus. Damn, like, Leo, the one and only person who has separation anxiety strong enough to isekai shitloads of people. Look, I've been like writing, and Leo is killing me because he's like simultaneously like brilliant, efficient, competent, but god damn it, he's stupid whenever like some shit happens with Stella. Like, it's comically funny how he just does stuff and Stella's like, that is not, no. And he's like, it seems fine. And I'm like, Leo, goddammit. No. You're so unpredictable. Let me alone. Ruined her character for me? Yeah, like... Connie makes no sense, because why in the fuck would she want to go to be... Why would she want to be... What? My thing is, why would she want to go and be a part of NASA when they can already travel to space with alien technology? How does this world even have a NASA? And I think it's because they just had to stick her somewhere where she just couldn't be with Steven, or else that would have made him too codependent. But my thing is, let him be codependent and actually see why that's bad, because technically Rose Quartz was codependent with Pearl, and having him and Connie be codependent, but Connie being a normal... Okay, Connie is not normal. Connie has a weird controlling mother, but kind of seeing what that's like, but from the other side, would have been cool. Like, basically have Steven be in the position of Pearl. Would have been interesting, but I don't think they thought of that as a possibility, you know? And so, as a result, like, they kind of just did the random ad-libs when it came to Connie, so she suffered as a character. Izzy has old school battle shonen morals, like the villains are the source of everything bad happening, but literally nothing bad happens to them. Yeah. How many possums would Leo give to Stella until she gets annoyed? 1. No, she likes possums, so it would be 7. Because she'd wonder where he kept getting them. And then she's like, Leo, like, also, it depends on if they're alive or not. Because if they're dead possums, 1. If they're living possums, 7. Because, yes, Leo would give Stella a dead possum. Because he's a cat. See, Connie shouldn't have become a space... Should have become a space admiral. She could, like... Connie being the sword to Steven's shield would have been great, but the problem is that this is not a romance. This is a shonen, and in a shonen, what matters is the boy's personal growth. That's it. Like, I still think that Steven has a harem. It's just full of moms. But not in the... Never mind. Never mind. Let me stop. We're gonna stop right there. We gotta... This train, kick it over there. We're gonna derail this shit. I feel like they fumbled it once the second Steven bomb occurred. Yeah. Alive possums. I'm not that cruel just yet. I can't be evil. But like, I don't know. It's just... Hey Dio, hello. We're about to switch over to drawing because I took too long. But good news is this is a drawing that I've already been working on. They're saying, Steven, you versus me? Yes. Hey, what full of what? Don't worry about it. Okay, we're about to switch over. So let's go now. Wait, let me bring up my stuff first. The good news is I already started drawing this, so I'm just gonna be tweaking. Oh, god damn it, fuck. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna just... We're just gonna... Ah, my lungs. My delicious lungs. We're gonna be switching over in a moment. I'm gonna post that. I'll be mostly inking though, so, you know. There we go. Okay. Let's head on over. Okay. Wings down. Tablet. We're all go. I was had to adjust his outfit too. Let me see. Filled with moms and older sister figures. Yeah, let's I started singing and it unintentionally sabotaged the series with all those moms. Like it's kind of hard to say because running a show is difficult and there's a lot of unforeseen things that can happen, especially if you, because sometimes you'll have a plan and that plan does not work out, or you find something better in the meantime but you can't go back and fix it, you know. Who would win, Leo or Toby, in a game of rock paper scissors and with a bowl and a toy hammer? Probably Leo, because Leo would cheat. Like, worst thing is like he would basically cheat the entire time and unsuspectingly gets like, you know, decimated by like Toby just one time because Toby would catch on. Since love bombing is a bad thing, I think Steven bombing is too. The more I think about it, why is there a space program in Steven Universe? Humanity never even went to the moon because World War II never happened. Like, that's why I think the whole, like, they just needed Connie to want to do something that can make sure she can't be with Steven. Because a lot of, if you think about it, Connie was technically in a position where she kind of had to be with Steven, and they accidentally pigeonholed her like that. They made her, like, you know, into combat and having PTSD. They gave her parallels with Pink Diamond, with Yellow Diamond being very similar to her mother. The fact that technically only Connie has that type of toxic relationship with her parents. Steven doesn't. Steven does not have a toxic enough relationship with his parents. He kind of does with Pearl, but Steven doesn't have. He has a very understanding father who just kind of just lets him do whatever, you know. And his mom's dead, you know. And unfortunately, technically, in my opinion, before they made them weird, like Garnet was as close as he got to a normal, stable mother, even though she's 2 gems in a trench coat. You know, so he doesn't actually have a actual toxic relationship for the Diamond angle to make sense, you know, but Connie does. And instead of just relating to Connie about her toxic parents, because that would make her way too interesting, they had to just shove her somewhere so that Steven could have some delicious trauma outside of the trauma he has with his parents and all that. And I think it's literally just because they just couldn't really see her beyond what she was already. Now, this is my speculation. Like, they could have had her want to be a teacher or literally anything, but the problem is like, Connie was perfectly fine dying for Steven, so her doing literally anything, it's very weird. Like, it's very weird because she was literally about to die, like, literally be like, I'm okay dying for Steven because, you know, she got groomed by Pearl that one time. So, which everyone seems to forget that Pearl was actively grooming Connie, but okay. You know? And it's like, but again, it's one of those, when you're in the midst of making a show, you don't really think about that sort of thing. Like, you don't really think about it because it's like you're doing a lot of things in parts. You know, you're doing a lot of things in parts, and again, even if you had a particular plan, stuff comes up. You get different ideas in the meantime, and before you know it, you're like, oh well, yeah, this angle would be better, but it's been 15 years. It's been 15 years, Steven. You know? I love Pearl, but she's so awkward for the first part. Like, Pearl is a character who you can tell went through a very interesting transition, because she went from basically being the anxious mom to being the trauma dumper. Like, the Pearl at the beginning of the series is not the Pearl we get at the end. The Pearl at the end has more depth, but she doesn't make any sense if you compare her to the Pearl at the very beginning, you know? Because again, this is before they kind of figured out what the show was about. Like, yeah, they might have gotten like, the thing is, like, some people like are like, well, she planned the twist at the beginning. I'm like, just because you planned a twist does not mean you planned the story. You know, like, they all had a very distinct role in the beginning because it was, again, about Steven. You had the calm parent, the fun sister, and the helicopter parent, which is Pearl, you know. And then you just have Greg. Didn't even know we had a dad in the beginning. And that's kind of the issue. Yeah, Pearl flip-flopped personality, like she did in a way. Semi is Garnet, a little bit, yeah. Like, and the thing is, if this story remained a slice of life story, oh god, he does not have eyelashes like that. What am I doing? I'm like, wait, he doesn't have lashes like that. Oh my god. There we go. I was about to give him the wrong lashes. There's some extensions on there. Anyway, before the reveal about the Rose, I think it would have been interesting for Steven to face another hybrid like him kind of duality thing. Like, and it would have been interesting because I'm sitting there being like, you mean to tell me that Greg Universe is the only man in the entire universe that is able to attract and bang a diamond or a gem of any sort and then murder her? Like, especially since like Rose Quartz has been hinted at basically just being a hoe, so I'm just like, how? You know? Getting glammed up, slay, literally. But I honestly do feel like the story wanted to be about Steven, but then they kept getting distracted by space lesbians. You know? This is obviously just my opinion. This is just my opinion. But I honestly feel like that's more or less what happened, is that the story is supposed to be about Steven, but these space lesbians, though. The space lesbians were such an interesting concept that they kind of got a little too caught up in it. And then before you know it, they're like, oh shit, we have a bunch of stuff and we gotta center Steven. Oh dear. You know? Like, and this is, again, this is just my personal opinion, but I honestly do feel that's kind of what happened. Hi, Triple Hello. I didn't think the space lesbians would be the first thing I heard when I popped in. Oh no. Hi, Triple. How are you? Let's see. He has the masculine, beautiful lashes. Look at these things. Jesus. Alright. There we go. Very manly. His name's in the title. So what? So was so was Naruto, but that was halfway about Sasuke. Wait, Sammy, have you seen the other Stevens? I have seen the other Stevens. They are way more interesting. Now forget that Pearl was salty AF because she was a side hoe. Oh my god. Like, her literally being the epitome of the lesbian loving a straight or bi person is very fucking funny to me. Like, nobody wants to make that parallel that, like, you know... Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, Rose Quartz was just straight and nobody wanted to admit that. Everyone kept being like, oh no, Pearl was not even considered. And I think one thing that people don't really want to really admit about the Pearl Rose relationship is that Pearl was, one, a novelty, and two, she was just entertainment. She was never a person, because remember, she's a slave, you know? Like, Pearl is a slave, so Rose Quartz could actually never take her seriously, you know? She never could, and it's sad. The power dynamic is a little too strong with those two. Pearl having another doomed Yuri monologue in the episode where Steven wanted to eat the limited edition donut. I was like, Elliot, hello. I'm doing good. I was under the weather, so no work today. Ah, I see. So I still don't get the weapon system. Like, are they born with weapons? So why does Bismuth upgrade the, like... It's very much a rule of cool when it came to their weapons. Like, their weapons should symbolize something, but then that symbolism goes straight out the fucking window. You know? Like, the symbolism of where their gem placement is does a lot of heavy lifting that them having weapons doesn't actually make sense if you think. But and I'm not saying that, you know, everything has to make sense. But you can kind of tell that the concepts of them in the early part of the series was they fight monsters. So every gem having a weapon actually made sense. But then you put in homeworld gems and now that starts to fall apart, you know? It's Bleach, but bad. Like, and again, this is my personal opinion. When it was just a Monster of the Week type of show, it was, in my opinion, better because it had a way easier time focusing on Steven because it was about his growth as a, you know, a crystal gem and all that. But the minute they bring in Homeworld is honestly, in my opinion, where everything starts to fall off. Everything's Lapis's fault. Everything's Lapis's fault. Damn that bitch. I don't like Lapis. I liked Lapis more when in the one episode where he freed her, and that should have been the end of her. We should never have seen Lapis again. She should have been flown off to fuck off in space, and she never should have come back. That, we did not need more salty Lapis. People just like Lapis because she literally reminds everybody of Raven from Teen Titans. No one likes Lapis. Also, Pilot was more Magic Extend wife of sci-fi. Yeah. Like, And again, the minute like Lapis comes back is when everything goes to shit. You know, because don't get me wrong, I love Jasper, but we don't need her. Yeah, she's not even a good Raven. She's like, she's angry, but like she's also, I think it's funny that it's just a character trait for Lapises to be dicks. Lapises are just awful. They're just made that way. They're all terrible. What about Peridot? Peridot's stupid. What I mean is, I liked Peridot when Peridot was just smart. When she was just smart and analytical. Because I like characters like that. I like when they're smart and analytical, and yeah, they can warm up to you eventually, but they never lose that logical part of them. They just made her weird watered down autistic, and it was awkward. And they also kept shrinking her weirdly. Let's see. And like, not too much now on the depression goth witch. I can't. OG Lapis and the Lapis right after the season are completely, like, they are completely different. And again, all of this just relates to Steven's weird total not harem. You know? Brand new sentence, weird watered down autistic. Like, I don't know, when they kind of memeified, like, when they memeified Peridot, that's when I lost interest in her. Like, her sitting in the toilet, she never gets out of the toilet. In my brain, she never gets out of the toilet. She is literally just sitting there. It's where she belongs, because the best parts of her were taken away, you know? Like, why? Not to mention, like, her augmentations were cool. Why did you give her a stupid iPad? You know? Like, she could have been a really great allegory for people who are disabled or whatever, if you want to go all, you know, special cupcake about it. But I'm just like, jeez. Like, she's another one that if we had to have her, let her stay the way she was. Why'd they turn into a weird little gremlin person? You know? Remind me a lot of Washu from Tenchi. They familiarized her to please the fandom. Well, screw the fandom. The fandom is obviously stupid and racist and weird. Like, ugh. Like, Peridot was so cool when she first showed up. She was like a really great parallel for Pearl too, you know? She could have been a great parallel for Pearl, but she was only a parallel for like one episode, and then she turned into a weird little gremlin after that. I can't get into Lapis too much because I'll make people mad. Do it! Do it! Tell me why Lapis is shit. What about Sukule and Sardonyx? They're okay, I guess. Oh, so hey there, Lux, welcome in. My name is Semi Enigma. I'm an Elder Dragon Mom Boss. Thank you so much for joining the organization. You can pick up your badge at the front desk. How art thou? Like, the thing about fusions is they only thought about, like, the first 4, and then after that, they became stupid. Lapis has, like, self-inserts OC energy, but the worst version. Like, yeah, Opal... In my opinion, Opal and OG Rainbow Quartz were like the best ones. Sugilite accidentally got infected with the racism, so she's kind of a horrifying caricature. But you could tell that Opal was the one that they really wanted. Like, Opal was so good. Opal was so fucking good. She had so much thought put into her. Everyone else is just bullshit. I will never forgive Opal only shows up 4 times. Like, Opal, like, and I think it's because of what Opal symbolizes, you know? Like, the fact that she is, like, she's just such a good character. She has great design. I love her voice. Voiced by Nicki Minaj. No, like, the thing is, her being voiced by Nicki Minaj is not the problem. The fact that they just made her a raging gorilla is the problem. Like, also, why did they make her ugly? Why did they make Sugilite have a weird, ugly face? Like, her face, like, her with the sunglasses, okay, but the minute she takes those things off, she uggo. Why did they do that to her? No, Opal is not voiced by Nicki Minaj, Sugilite is. Sardonyx looks like a weird Dorito person, and I don't like her. Sardonyx looks weird. Okay. Like, I did not like Zardogs just looked really weird and I didn't like her. No, she is not. She is a weird caricature gorilla lady. I will fight you. Like, I like the fact that she is a powerful, like, feminine figure, but the problem is like, okay, and Bad Mouse, I don't know if you are black or if you know enough black people to know why this is weird. But, like, she goes dangerously close to stereotypes and everyone keeps pretending they don't. You are black? Okay, then you maybe, like, you don't understand, but, like, she should come off as powerful, but the minute she took off her glasses and she had that weird ass gorilla face, I lost it. Like, I'm sorry. She looked cool until the gorilla showed up. You know? I'm just saying, that's where everything went wrong for her. You know? And I think it's sad because her overall design is, there you go. See, now you get it. Now you get it. I don't hate everything about her. I like what she symbolizes and everything, but the minute you see her face, I just fucking lost it. You know? Yeah. Oh, thank you very much for the gift. It's a scribble. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. And that's like the problem sometimes with these things, because also the Steven Universe staff does have an issue when it comes to representing black people, or not black people, because they do have some really great black characters, but there's some things they dropped the ball on when it came to gems being that look black coded. You know, they did okay with Garnet, but like everyone else is kind of a step down from her. Everybody is a step down from her. You know, I don't know, it's to me it's more sad than anything else, you know, because it shows up in like the weirdest ways with this series, you know. And again, because they are not Steven, they are not important. You know, and I think, but I don't think it's malicious. It is just unconscious bias, that's all. And like that, and I think people need to kind of be a little bit more lenient when it comes to just unconscious bias, because it's, you can kind of tell that's what it is. Possoms, I like possums. Possums are actually pretty cute. I've actually seen them lumbering around my job a few times. They're just minding their own business, being little possum buddies, just wiggling around. Okay. I just realized I put this on the wrong type of layer. Oh my god. It's too late. It's too late to apologize. Too late. I'm gonna spend this entire stream just on this stupid guy's face. No. Let's see. There we go. Yes. But eyes are like becoming such a pain for me nowadays. Anyway, we're gonna just merge these right quick. Okay. And we're gonna just lock that so I don't draw on it by accident anymore. Now we gotta go to the good ones here. I mean, they got the little, like, fingerless gloves looking palsies. But, like, it's... So I'm like, I don't think Steven Universe is a bad show. It's good for what it is. It is good for what it is, you know? Which is a show that, like, shows a boy who's on the more emotional side of things, you know, being free to be himself, you know? And I think that's actually good. I think it's good that the show does that. The problem is it drops the ball to pretty much everybody else. Because it accidentally succumbs to its own cool factor, I think. And I think that's kind of the issue with Steven Universe, is that it accidentally kind of gets, you know, distracted with its own cool factor and its own representation, that it literally kind of forgets about itself, you know? And so you'll have a lot of these little things that are like, why is this here? Why is this happening? Now that I think about it, design-wise, Semi and Obsidian, the five-way fusion look like, oh yeah, we have like big hair, and I mean, Obsidian looks like crap. But the way Obsidian is depicted while she's basically the temple, that I can see it. I don't like the way, like, Obsidian was such a freaking, like, she was so disappointed. She was so disappointing. Like, I'm just like, why did you make her look like crap? But I understand it was by this point, it was at the end of the show. They didn't have time, you know. What are they gonna do? So I'm not like they could have done better. I don't think they could have done better, but it would have been nice if they did. Like, because I have a lot of, the way I feel about a lot of things, especially when it comes to shows like that, is not everything is within the creator's control. Not everything is in the control of, you know, the staff and everything. There's some things that'll just happen that no one really plans for, you know? So I'm not gonna be like, oh, they could have done better. I'm like, no, if they could have done better, they would have done better. But sometimes you don't have the time or you don't have the resources and you just get what you get, you know? And that's okay. Like, it's okay for that to happen, you know? Like, if you ever do any type of creative project, you kind of find that stuff out the hard way. You know what I mean? See, I hate Lapis because she's a villain in the show, and the fans seem to keep forgetting that. She tries to kill Steven and all his friends and fused with Jasper, so when she didn't need to, and abused Peridot and is never held accountable. Because she's quote, I say quote unquote hot because I don't see it, but some people do, apparently. I don't know. Never watched it, only got context and bits and bobs, but to me it looks like a good show for explaining relationships. Just the whole Jasper and Lapis situation. Garnet, goddamn, no, it's not good for that either, because Stag. Sadly, it's not good for relationships either, because there's a lot of weird power dynamics that just kind of get snuck in there. Like, there's a lot of weird power dynamics in Steven Universe, and so it's not very good. Why don't you like Obsidian? Because Obsidian does not have, like, any thought put into them. There's nothing. It's just like, look, there's this big old charcoal looking jackass with a bunch of lava lines. That looks stupid. Just trucking around naked. Like, what is this? Like, you can tell, like, and I'm not gonna be like, just because Steven is involved doesn't mean, like, it's like the Sunstone situation. Like, just because Steven is there doesn't mean that that's an excuse to make it ass. Like, Smoky Quartz is as bad as it needed to get when it came to Steven being involved. Why is everybody ass? Like, come on. You know? Like, he looks like a burnt, like, Obsidian looks like a burnt gingerbread person. You gotta remember, OG Steven got canned because of the gay wedding episode, so they really had to rush the ending. Like, Ruby and Sapphire are really cute until you recognize what they are. You know? They're very much a type of, if you don't know the context of their relationship, they are much cuter. Also, don't bonk me. Smoky Quartz is amazing, you troglodyte! I'm just talking about pure design. Like, yes, contextually for the show, Smoky Quartz makes sense, but they also look like a hippo. So, not fat. I'm looking at the like the overall face. Like, I don't know why whenever like Amethyst is involved, they decide to put in weird animal features. It's kind of awkward. Can you explain what you mean by Ruby and Sapphire? Basically, Ruby and Sapphire don't really have they don't really have they are basically accidental, and again, this is accidental. They are accidental codependency. How they can't function without each other. Like, yes, eventually they part and eventually they start being apart, but you never really get to, and it's, again, it's because it's not about them, it's about Steven. But they are literally just two halves. They were created as two halves. They were never created to just be their own people. Like, I'm sorry, what in the crap does Sapphire actually do? Like, the fact that they're basically bonded by trauma and they've been forced to basically live in a trench coat because the one person who could have given them answers is like, you guys look great in a trench coat, and they just stayed like that. They just stayed in the trench coat because the one person who could have given them proper advice thought they were a novelty and said, stay in the trench coat. They didn't really choose to stay in the trench coat. They were told that being in the trench coat is a good idea. Like, they didn't like get to explore what it's like to be themselves outside of the stupid trench coat. You know, if anything, feels like Peridot should have kept being the Brainiac type of character. If anything, she's more open to people's opinions instead of just always thinking she's right. Like, Peridot, she would have been so great if she was just allowed to stay that very calm, calculated character. Like, basically she could have kind of been a nice replacement or addition to Garnet as a character, because Garnet's like the only person who's calm in this entire stupid series. Having someone else who's just calm and collected, I guess you could also still make her autistic, I don't care, like, but that would have been great. But then they just made her this weird little frog meme person, and I couldn't take her seriously, and she started turning into a tiny Dorito, and I couldn't do it. We know nothing about them aside from the fact that they make Garnet. Exactly. You know, just how people will push couples into remain together for nothing but the fact that they are not being single. Yeah, it's just the problem with like Rose Quartz. I do like, now one thing I like about Steven Universe is that Rose Quartz is toxic as hell, and I love that about her. The problem is that the rest of the story doesn't actually really know what to do about that. I love Paradox the most outside of the main cast, but I do wish she did more. And the thing is, like, she could have been so freaking cool. Like, she could have been so cool, man. But because she's short, and we're not gonna pretend that's the only reason. If Paradox stayed taller, she would not have been memeified. But she's over there with like Amethyst. This show hates short people. That's why it also hates Steven. Like, if she was allowed to stay of taller stature, like, I don't know why her limb enhancements had to actually change her stupid body shape, but like, she would have, like, why couldn't she just stay tall? It's just she doesn't have clunky legs. What are we doing here? You know, she literally is just doing the equivalent of running around naked the entire series, by the way. The true villain of Steven Universe is Rose because of everything started with her. Actually, yeah, and the series doesn't really know. I think that was a very unintentional situation, that Rose Quartz is accidentally the actual antagonist. Like, she's not a villain, but she is an antagonist. Rose is the antagonist of this series. She is the reason why everybody is miserable. She is the reason why stupid bullshit happens. You know? She made everyone, including the villains, upset. But the story kind of doesn't know what to do with that. It was a complete accident that she even ended up this way. You know? Like, her being Pink Diamond was probably planned, but just like a lot of things, you can know your destination, but you might not know how you got there, you know? And to me, it's just kind of sad because there's a lot of really great stuff in here. Like, there's a lot of great stuff, like, if it was just a bit more focused, you know? Hey, little girl, I'm just gonna leave you like a stray dog festering in your abandonment issues. Rose Quartz or something. Like, the fact that she's hurt so many people and just kind of gets to get away with it by becoming Steven. I'm not saying that she, oops, oh no, I lost it. Okay. And I'm not even saying that the show should make her deal with these problems because it's too late. But the dissatisfaction of knowing that your mom basically harmed everyone that you know and came to love and basically turned into you to escape that under the guise of she wanted to create new life, even though she could have done this literally at any frickin' point, is very traumatizing. You know? And again, this is coming from someone who likes the show, by the way. I do not think Steven Universe is bad. I do not think it should not exist. But it is fun to give it some nice criticism. You know, I'm not going to be like, they should make it better. No, what we got is what we got. But I do like dissecting why some things are bad versus saying it's bad as a whole. Get me? You get me, chat? You get me? You dig? So, you are really trying to play in my face and say, she wasn't that bad, or her redemption arc happens in reverse, she always okay. Nah, fam, she's an ass mother. It's the Pearl Dirty, and I don't even need to mention Spinel. Oh, Spinel was vicious. Oh, my poor baby. When Bismuth rightfully wanted the diamonds dead, she bubbled and imprisoned her. Because, well, and I think the fact that no one really wants to admit that Rose just was, how do I put this? Rose Quartz was LARPing. Rose Quartz was LARPing and was having fun and just didn't want someone to tell her mom. That's it. Rose was just LARPing. Like, if you really just look at the whole gem war as her just LARPing and not actually caring about anything, half of her, like, most of the stuff she does makes way more sense. You know? But, like, and the thing is, her LARPing doesn't even make her a bad character. In my opinion, that makes her better. Like, I think it's better if she was actually just LARPing like a jackass. You know? And you get hints of it here and there, like how she treated Greg and stuff like that, where she's just, you know, not taking anybody seriously, you know? One thing about Rose is that she liked novelty and she liked new things. Amazing character, terrible person, yes! Like, it's one of those things where if, like, her just basically not taking anything serious because she is a diamond at the end of the day, she's at the top of privilege. This is something that privileged people do, by the way, you know, where they just don't take the plight of other people seriously, because how can they, you know? And the fact that she literally just starts a war because they say it's because she cared about life on Earth. No, she fucking did. She got bored. And it was interesting, you know? Rose Quartz's Kinjuk a video essay. Like, and it's one of those things, I personally think this actually would add more to her character, that at the end of the day, she might have cared about people, but not enough to stop her fun, until it hit a point where not even she can have fun anymore. Because that's more or less what happens. When the giant, I don't know, Wonko beam happens, that's when she actually basically gets serious, because all of her fun got ruined, you know? She saw that, oh no, this is actually bad. This is bad, actually. And I'm not saying that she never cared, but that would have been a, like, and again, it's not about her, it's about Steven. But it would have been kind of cool if that is actually when Rose Quartz actually stops being Pink Diamond and becomes herself, because she sees that all the fun revolutionary bullshit got people hurt. It got people killed. It destroyed the planet. All of her boyfriends are dead. You know? He's like, can we talk about that? The bar for media literacy is so low in tripping hazard, and hell, yet you got some people in limbo dancing with the devil. Claiming that if you like an antagonistic character, you condone or support their actions. Oh my god, children, I hate when they do that shit. Well, you like bad characters, so you're basically Hitler. I'm like, first of all, 12-year-old, that is not how that works. There's an argument that she started the war out of petty spite more than any form of moral outrage. Your father is like a pet to me, Steven. Oh, not only kids either. Yeah, no, it's a lot of people. Because thinking is hard. Like, thinking is hard, erg. But I honestly do feel like, you know, and again, this probably wasn't even the focus of the story, it just accidentally ended up here. That's what the fascinating thing about this. When people don't, like, know what their biases are, stuff like this tends to happen. You know, when you create a story, your biases will bubble up and it will be very interesting. You know, like, because I love me some evil characters, not because I think the evil is right, is because the evil helps bring out, in my opinion, it actually brings out a lot more when it comes to other characters. You know, when you actually have a straight up evil character, they basically kind of, in my opinion, they're like the I was about to burp. Make sure I pay attention to the time. Sorry. But like, when you have, like, the best thing about evil characters is that they basically don't have the same restriction that heroes do or your protagonists do, so they basically help bring out really interesting arguments in other characters, which is why the diamonds don't really work as villains. They're not really even antagonists, they're just kind of there. The closest person you get to an antagonist is literally Rose Quartz, because she's the only one who kind of forces everyone to have to change. You know, the diamonds don't really do anything other than just be like, oh, our daughter sister faked her death, stop that. You know, because I also think it's very funny that apparently that Spinel is a replacement for fucking Rose Quartz, which means she was just literally a child. You know? Lord dropping Stevie. Take Capture from Shira, for example. She's the best character in this show, but she's the worst. We should all make worse, terrible characters. Let's all make shitty characters together. Like this guy. He's awful. Let me stop. He's not that bad. I actually decided to, while I was writing my a bit of story, just so I can kind of get a feel for stuff, I decided to revive one of my favorite villains I've written so far. Not Devious. We're not at Devious level yet. Devious needs time. For example, I like Bondrude from Made in Abyss. I like how he's portrayed as a twisted scientist that genuinely believes experimenting on kids is Gucci. Going so far as to think of himself as a benevolent foster father. Do I condone these actions? Hell no. But he could go and die in a ditch. Made the characters though. Girl, I've been doing awful, terrible, morally bankrupt women propaganda harder than... Like, for me, like, because that's the thing about evil characters. Sometimes people use their evil characters as a straw man. I'm like, no. And again, there's a difference between an antagonist and a villain. They are not the same thing. They are not interchangeable. An antagonist is just something that gets in the protagonist's way. A villain is out to make them miserable. That's why villains are so great, because they're literally just heroes without the restriction to quote-unquote be good, you know? It don't get me started on the whole like, oh, no, we're not talking about those guys. We're not talking about those. Where they don't have to be, you know, and as a result, they can push characters in a way that honestly a lot of things just don't work for. There we go. Oh my god, so I gotta get it, man. I gotta work. You know. Also, it's been long enough that I can say that Glimmer / Adora was way better than Catra. I mean, yeah, but girls, like, people love them some toxic Eerie or whatever. People want that toxic Eerie, and I'm like, I don't care. Like, I can't get into toxic relationships, man. Like, or at least I can't get into toxic relationships that the narrative does not agree is toxic. Like, more than anything else. Like, if the narrative does not actually believe this is toxic, I am out. Because then you literally just got a bunch of red flags flapping in the wind and everyone keeps pretending they're not there. No, thank you. Yeah. Like, I cannot stand that nonsense. I'm like, no. You know, we are not doing that. Yeah. Yes. Anyway. So what if you have an antagonistic villain? I mean, then they're just a villain. That's not honey, Dio, my baby. No. From Legend of Korra. Lady has aura like damn, but doesn't mean like I vibe with the militaristic dictatorships. I can't. Like, guys, why are we just acting like Catra would be a terrible partner for anybody? Oh my god. Like, and it's because people like, and I think it's because people also don't like when they empathize with a villain character, because then they think, oh well, if I empathize with a bad character, or I feel seen in this bad character, that means I'm bad. I'm like, bitch, no. That just means they were good at like making the character. Antagonistic villain, Lily Orchard. Oh my god. We will not utter the name of that blasphemer. Because that person needs help. I am not gonna get into the complete nonsense that is that individual. There you go. Reading is hard. Because I cannot be throwing words around that they don't even know what it means. Honestly, it doesn't matter because it's just a bunch of propaganda by a very hateful individual, and we're gonna stop because they also bring out the weird transphobia in people, so we're not gonna talk about them. It is not important. We are dropping it. We are dropping this person. Yeah. Like, the only reason I have to enforce things like this is because some people do not realize how phobic they get when they start talking about certain people, you know. That's why I don't really let people talk about the JK, because that also brings out the misogyny in people. So we're gonna be like, nope, 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 we're gonna stop it. We're gonna put a pin. We're not even gonna put a pin in it. We're gonna put that in the trash where it belongs. Like, ugh. Like, kind of like, it's like ugh. It's so freaking frustrating. But like, I don't know, it'd be like that. There we go. And there we go. I personally feel like people should just more focus on what they want to do with themselves versus trying to, you know, like, I don't know, I think media, like a lot of media analysis in general has just literally made people like, you know, I really do feel like a lot of media analysis is, one, not media analysis, it's actually just opinion pieces, but nobody wants to call it that. But like, I feel like that's also contributed to why people just have such low like media literacy, because I don't think that came out of a vacuum. I honestly feel like that came along with people just kind of, instead of having their own opinions, they just listened to what someone on YouTube said and they decide, yeah, that sounds right, and I'm gonna just parrot that, and before you know it, they literally just start saying some weird BS. You know, like, and this is obviously my personal opinion. You know, let's see, also hear me out, a few villains that had actual point that made sense is Tai Lung, bro, that was never taught humility. Shifu just ignored his temper. This is very true, he enabled him. Like how Leo is just smugly everywhere, because he's just a smug guy, that's just what he's like. Media literacy analysis is going down, dude, like, to people being way too dependent on AI and the like, until they keep going on with their echo chamber. Yeah, nice opinion. Did you get it from a YouTuber? And I think it's kind of sad that people nowadays are so, because it's all about being right, not about having your own thoughts, because we also do treat it that if you're not right, you don't have the right to talk about anything, and I think that's dumb. Someone can have a wrong opinion but not be a bad person, but because we conflate the two where, oh, if you're not right, like, but it also gets turned into a slippery slope though. Like, it becomes a slippery slope because you're kind of like, you know, where is the line though, where someone's just saying some blatantly misinformation, and, you know, I don't know, it's very frustrating because dumb people will literally just say whatever because it sounds good, you know, and they have decided that this is what the truth is, and you can never ever change their mind. The only thing that can change their mind is a literal tornado. You know, I mean, it's okay if you take the quote, but I get the point you want to make across. It's bad if you have nothing to add to it. Yeah, like, it's and to me it's sad because a lot of people will just say stuff that, you know, a random YouTuber said, but they won't understand where, because sometimes the YouTuber in question will make sense. They formed an opinion, but the person listening to it hasn't even seen it. And I'm not one of those people, if you don't watch the entire thing, then your opinion doesn't matter. Look, no, if I decide I don't want to check something out but still have an opinion, you just can disregard my opinion. Just ignore me. Like, I talk about how I will never read Berserk because it's not for me, but and yes, I don't. Also, thank you very much at Bad Mouse, thank you very much for hanging out, you have a good day. But like, just disregard me if you don't agree with me. It's okay. You ever heard of nope, I can't read that word. Zonner? No, I haven't heard of that. What is it? I haven't heard of it at all. But like, you know, but for me, I'm just kind of like, just if you don't like what I'm saying, block and ignore me. It's okay. You know, it'll be better for the both of us. Just do it. Let's think for the head pats. And drink some water. You know, like, I think we should just like get more into the habit of just ignoring people that we don't agree with. Now, it's one thing if it's like, well, I can't even say if it's blatant because some people still think the earth is flat. So, but it's like, if it's gonna be too, unless it's like someone you care about, there you go. Like, if it's someone that you care about, that you don't want to be parroting stupid BS, then yeah. But if it's some stranger on the internet, just let them deal with their nonsense and let them get hit with the stupid reality on their own. Like, that's the way I put it, you know? There we go. Much better. Much better. Like, if it's someone you care about and this misinformation will cause them to be harmed, absolutely. But if it ain't even gonna do that, just let them think their own stupid BS until they get hit by a truck. Like, that's all you can do. You know? Nope, if I don't agree with someone, I put them in crystal. Someone is now somewhat with my minimalism amount of research. I see. Like, and that's just the way I feel about it. Just because, like, you could put so much effort into trying to help someone learn that, you know, maybe they shouldn't keep saying the same weird shit over and over again if they don't understand what the problem is. And they still do it, and the only one who gets exhausted is you. You're the person who has to pay the price for their stupidity. And it's like, no, just basically the way I put it is, if you continue to do that, then you obviously don't want me in your life, and so I'm just gonna go. That's sweet and simple. Just, I'm gonna leave because I'm not gonna just withstand your nonsense, and we don't get along. So yeah, like, I blocked my brother-in-law over this nonsense where he kept saying a bunch of weird ass crap, and I blocked him. I'm like, look, I love my sister, but we cannot be in the same room. Like, I refuse. You know, that is my boundary, because he is exhausting. Like, he loves to argue with me too, and I'm like, no. Because this is not an argument. This is you saying toxic bullshit, and you're trying to get me to take it. No, thank you. You have a wife. Go put your toxic nonsense on her. You know? Oh, she's too dumb to understand? Well, that's not my problem. You know? Referring to a 14-year-old student at an Idaho junior high who convinced 43 out of 50 ninth graders the hydrogen monoxide would be banned from school. I can't. Using the true fact that scientifically and mathematically ignorant people and ignorant public to false conclusion. That. Look, unless you and the other person is into some real horrendous BS, people should just handle their disagreement maturely, and people still want to act like they're children throwing tantrum. Yeah. I forgot the word, but is also a term for journalism in media? Oh, I forgot the word. It's an excuse. It's an excess. When I started dating a shenanigans douchebag, and it makes me so mad. No, like, now I understand there are some situations where that might not be possible, like if you're a younger individual and you live with your parents or whatever, like, and so that's harder. But as soon as but if you're in a position where you can walk away, please do. Protect your peace. Like, that's what protecting your peace actually means. You know, it's not about you. Like, there's a difference between, like, because sometimes people think, well, oh, I don't want to be in an echo chamber. You'll know you're in an echo chamber because everybody agrees with you. No one fights in an echo chamber. There we go. Like, if you're in an echo chamber, nobody disagrees with you. Like, that's how you know you got into one. If everyone has the same opinion as you, that's when you're in the echo chamber. You know, like, that's legitly how. You know, one argument he used was the dihydrogen monoxide has the highest pH, has a higher pH than acid, but unless you do like 90 seconds of research, it just sounds sciencey. I can't. You know, I can't spell. I just like journalism so much. I learned some stuff up to it. I see. I love my mom. I just care for her. No, I get you. But it's one of those things where sometimes you can't stop the nonsense. You know, like, and it's sad because it feels like you're just abandoning them. And I'm like, no, you're not. You can be there for when they come to their senses, if they come to their senses at all. That might not even happen. You know, they might never come to their senses, and then what? You just wasted all of your time, you know? Like, you have to kind of make a decision, you know? You have to kind of make a decision of whether or not this is something you want to deal with or not, you know? Because a lot of people will just, you know, they'll say something, and it's like, the way I always put it is, are you willing to get punched in the face for this? Like, legitly. Like, I know it sounds a bit extreme, but like, hear me out. Are you willing to get punched in the face over this particular thing? If the answer is no, do not. You know? Like, and I don't even, like, I mean, like, someone who disagrees with you clocking you in the face for what you said. If you're okay with that, then go for it. If not, don't. Because that's why that's when I determine if something's worth fighting for. Am I okay with someone punching me in the face for this particular thing? No, I'm not. It's not worth fighting for. You know? Pineapple on pizza is not worth fighting for. I'm not going to fight someone for the pineapple on pizza. I'm just gonna leave. You know? It's better to ask questions and look like an idiot than open your mouth and right? I suppose. I'm just the type who just likes to hear some other opinions on things, because I do like to hear other thoughts on it and how they're from. Like, I like to hear other opinions too, but sometimes I'll hear someone say something and I'll just be like, oh, nope, walking away. I will clock someone in their face for less. I grew up in Eastern Europe anyways. I finished another comic page. I am so productive. Good for you, honey. Good for you. Yeah, Blooming, hello at all. Everyone, I'm doing good. I am almost done with this. But like, and that's the way I feel about it. Like, because I think if more people had that thought process of, am I okay with getting clocked in the face for this? And if the answer is no, then you're really just doing something to waste your own time. You know? Like, that's just the way of it. Like, because again, like, a lot of people just don't really, like, that's why people will say stuff, is because they don't really think of any consequences, and then, oh no, they got doxxed or whatever, and then, you know, someone found their dog or something, and I'm like, oh jeez, leave the dogs alone. There we go. Does it look weird? Yeah, it does. We used to, but then again, none of this nonsense surprises me, because it never, like, it's like, so I live in America, and in America there's a lot of stuff that, if you really think about it, it's actually not that surprising. We're not going to get too political in here, obviously, because I don't feel like it, you know, but a lot of it does make a lot, like, because again, a lot of people don't really think about the little things. Like, the way I feel about it is, like, if you're like the type of person who is going to fight tooth and nail for certain representation not to exist, you will eventually fall into the rabbit hole that says destroying certain, like, people from existing is fine. People don't think that happens, but that is actually how it goes. That's how it starts, you know? It starts with, I don't want none of that, I don't want to have a female protagonist, slowly turns into murdering my wife is fine. You don't see it because you don't see the initial problem, you know? I can't deal with people arguing with the internet of winning. Oh boy, not the winning thing. Guess what? You can disagree and still live your life. I don't like pineapple on pizza, but I can see the appeal in mixing sweet and savory. Just don't expect me to eat. Exactly. I forgot punching nuts. It's a controversial now. Yeah. And it's one of those things where, and I think that's also why I don't tolerate dark humor. I don't tolerate it. The reason, because one, y'all are, anyone who whips out dark humor is never funny. They don't know what dark humor is. It's always just like, because it, like, break down the joke. If the joke is, wouldn't it be funny if so-and-so didn't exist? It's not a dark joke. You know? It's stupid. But like, they'll literally, like, that's what I'm like, anytime someone starts bringing out, like, you know, freaking dark humor, it's literally just them testing the waters to see how close they can get to saying the N-word. It is, you know? We call it gallows humor now, so that the babes that the functions know we're not racist. Like, it's because again, I'm not even like saying that dark humor isn't funny. It is, but the people who keep trying to weaponize it are so freaking boring. Like, they're so boring. It's always just like herder, you know, like black people, or herder Jews, and I'm like, okay, I guess. You know, or I don't know, Mexicans. I'm like, okay, I guess. I don't know. Like, it's always just like, you know, wouldn't it be funny if these people didn't exist, or wouldn't it be funny if the, like, isn't it funny that these people stereotype? And I'm like, okay, that's great. I'm gonna leave and never talk to you again. Blocked. Very boring, you know? Like, it's so boring. It's just like, you know, like, it's so boring. It's not even like, and again, there's some stuff that I laugh at that is so freaking dark. You know, you will not believe how much, like, because like I live in America, we have to laugh at some of the horrific stuff that happens to us. Okay, like, we're just like, oh, yep, that's funny because of how horrifyingly true it is. You know, like, all you can do is just laugh, because what are you gonna do, you know? Like, but if it's like, you know, but if it's at somebody's expense, like, I'm sorry, I also don't like the weird pedo jokes. You see, it's funny because he's a pedophile. I'm like, that is awkward and weird. No, that's not funny. Like, it's weird. Like, if the punchline is he's doing a crime, that's not a joke. That's just an admission. Stop it. Get some help. Okay. He's looking so fabulous. He's so fabulous. Look at this man. But, like, that's why I'm like, I don't like tolerate, because it's like, number one, it's not funny, and it just shows me that the person in question is just being edgy little nonsense. Like, I've banned so many people because of dark humor, you know? Like, I've banned so many people because it's always a precursor to how close could I get to saying the N-word, and I'm like, and there it is. Like, I'm not even offended. I'm just kind of like, oh, so this tells me the type of person that you are. A person I don't want to talk to. Like, I just can't. Because it's like, why did you, it's kind of like your life's goal is to stab somebody in the kidney. Then what? Well, you stabbed someone in the kidney. Are you happy, James? Like, like, ugh. Like, and it's like, I'm just like, why? You know, you just want, and it's only just because I'm here. No one gives a crap. There we go. Come on. Ah, jeez. Oh, I hate when this happens. Yeah, nope. Okay. We need a new one. I think that's why some things like in media like annoy the crap out of me when I see it, because I know it's there, not because the person is like actually hateful. It's because they just do it so they can get attention, which is very sad. Like, oh wow, I'm gonna say slurs because, you know, my mom doesn't give me lunch boxes anymore or some shit. Like, and I'm just like, or the guys won't respect me unless I am disrespectful to women, and I'm like, okay, I guess. And they're like, why don't women like me? I'm like, bro. That'd be getting me sometimes to, like, you know, why don't the ladies like me even though I'm being a misogynistic weirdo? I'm like, have we been reading the same post here? Like, what do you mean? You know, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like, you're misogynistic as hell and you ask why women don't like you. Like, what are we doing? Like, how did we even get here? Like, what are we doing, dog? There we go. Oops. Like, what are we even doing? My metric for humor is, can the person being joked about laugh with you? If no, it's not a joke, it's an insult in disguise. It is! It is! Like, it's something, like, cause it's like, if it's funny, then people will laugh. It is, if it is not funny, you're a hack. You know? Like, and again, I'm not even saying that we cannot have dark humor. Like, we can't make dark jokes anymore, but I'm like, is your dark joke just that you hate Jews? Like, you don't even know why you hate Jews, you just do because the YouTube told you to hate Jews. Like, come on. Women love me for being the little jester in my little esoteric jester hat. Ah. And I chose to believe that bullying must be a sign of affection. It can be. Stuff like do not touch must be horrifying to read in the braille. Oh god. Like absolutely. Like, and again, I don't know, it's just like some stuff can be very funny, but then there's like, I'm just trying to insult people, and I'm like, of course, you know. And all that does is it just kind of tells me what type of person that this is. Like, that's all it really does, you know. And maybe they're just trying to make sure that I don't interact with them. That's it. And I'm like, you know what? Okay, that's fine. You know, we do not have to talk to each other because, you know, of course, like, we don't have to. It's fine. You can just stay over there with your weird friends who are trying to burn down my house, and I'll just be over here, you know, sitting and waiting for, like, you know, the police to ignore my call. Let me stop. Like, I don't know. I gotta be good. This is good. This is taking a weird turn. Okay. There we go. Yes. Okay. There's that one meme of where the guy got angry and jealous that their crush accepted a different person's confession while he got rejected. The guy's friend did research and the guy is quite good while his friend isn't. And there's this picture of the quotation of realizing we are the are we the baddies? Dark humor never really got me cringe humor though. I love, oh, I can't do cringe humor. I fucking can't. I can't, man. I'll be like, oh no. Like, I can't, oh man. I can't do, like, I'm sensitive to cringe. I just can't. I'm like, no, like, I want to help him. I want to help the little cringy, you know. That's what you call the people affected by cringe, right? Like, the cringy. Like, I'm like, I gotta rescue the little cringy. Instead of the cringe-er. Not the hostile. Oh, God. Yes, we are all cringe, but we're premium cringe, Dio. We're premium cringe. We're not like that. We're discount bottom barrel cringe. We're the good stuff. We are quality. We're 100% quality cringe right here. Oh, that is too thick. That is way too thick for my liking. That is also too thick. Oh god. Can you stop being so thick, sir? Okay, that'll work. Like, damn. Ah, my arm. Oh my god. I think I'm developing arthritis, children. Oh, shit. Hey, stop it. Okay, here we go. There we go. Just a bit better. We're not the book. We are the premium stuff. We are the good cringe. None of that weird teenage guy says, or 20-something says something really, really dumb and then everyone's looking at him like he's stupid. No. We are the good cringe. The good stuff. The stuff that you're like, your entire body is slowly imploding from how stupid it sounds. We are the best. Like, we're 100% organic, 100% organic cringe. This guy cringe. How do you say that? No. Damn it. I was not thinking. No. No. Good old vintage cringe, aged like an oak barrel. No. Oh god, I'm crying and laughing so much. Someone help! Oh god. Not Vargas's butt. Oh god. Y'all, I am on probation. I am on probation. I'm on probation. We gotta behave. We gotta behave. We gotta do our best. Here's my thanks. You drink some more. Oh, thank you. Let's see. I think this right here. Yeah. No! Don't remove my probation. I need that. I need my probation so I can stay out of a particular type of prison. Because you see, I am reformed. I'm a reformed dragon. So I need my probation. Really, like, never change. Look at this little Has-Been Hotel Black Butler tweak. He's so cunty. Oh my god, he is like Has-Been Hotel Black Butler Conan. Someone help me. No! Oh god, he's just Alistair, only shittier. Oh god, what have I done? What have I done? Oh no. How could this happen to me? I've made my mistakes, got nowhere to run. Oh my god. How did I even get here? I was good once. I was once good. And now I'm just tumbling garbage. Remember the premium cringe. The premium cringe. Horny jail, how dare you? I would never ever go to such a place. I'm not horny. There's ungrabbable ways. Bewitched me. He's like Sebastian and Alistair had a love child. Oh god, I have to get all his references because he's like Alistair, he's like Alistair, who's the other guy? Sebastian, Sebastian, and like Demiurge in a blender, and you get this fucker. Yeah, me and Alistair OC. You see, this is my Has-Been Hotel OC. He's completely different because he has long hair. I'm like, yeah, Demi-Urge, Demi-Urgus, Demi-Earl, I don't know what they call him. Yeah, the bald guy? Hada? No, not that, not DBZ, not DBZ. No, I am not an Overlord fan. I am a Demi-Urge fan. There is a difference. I'm just like you just see me just freaking my eyes just go, how dare you? Ainz can die in a fire. Mainly because he's kind of boring. Kind of boring. Like I don't hate Ainz. There is a isekai protagonist I do hate, but we're not going to talk about him like, ever again because I refuse to crash out on the stream. But yeah, there you go. That's how Leos are made. They're basically just made from that. Like, oh god, I'm just like this guy is definitely like freaking Sebastian's child. I can't with this guy. I think does he have any other ones? Oh right. He also has this here. Oh wait, no. No. Doesn't look weird. Does this look weird? Yeah, it kind of does. I don't like it. It looks weird. Nah, we'll just leave that as is. It doesn't need anything else. Anyway, good alert. Take care. Thank you. We don't talk about. We're not going to talk about that, Cass. We're not. I'm on probation. We're not talking about that. Maybe should have been a. From what I heard, like the movie was just kind of covering just the next part of the series, and I don't know why they made it into a movie. I don't know. I still can't believe you called Vinland Saga a Celtic isekai. Look, I was young. I was young and a fool. How could I have known? How could I have known such a thing? You see, it was like, if this was like, for those of you who don't know, this was something that was said years ago, and they're still bringing it up. I don't know why. I don't know why they keep bringing up like that one mistake I made like years and years ago, you know? Like, this is a 5-year joke in the making. I had no idea, you know, that this was the case. These kind of bitches outside. Seriously, don't get it. We are not talking about Natsumi. Oh my god, I am already seething. No, no, I have willpower. I have determination. I will not crash about I will not gonna crash out about Shield Hero today. Anyway. Damn, those girls got What do you mean, Cass? This was a joke from years ago. I wouldn't even read Vinland Saga. Like, who could have known? You guys keep digging up this joke from years ago when I said it once and never and never again. Theo, you're dangerously close to losing Employee of the Month. You're dangerously close to losing Employee of the Month. It's not worth it, Dio. It's not worth it. By the way, you're working on your your isekai character inspired me to fiddle and work with more on the story of my own. Ooh, that I wanted to start a while ago, but haven't really worked on. So thank you for being a spark of inspiration. Thank you. I can't wait to see what you come up with. There are only 2 fights that could have been interested in that movie, and one of them is an immediate cutaway. And the other is a 30s. Oh no, it's like a 30s cheap VFX without even showing the characters. Damn. So your role player is as solid as butter and it melts easily now. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought, Dio. See, this is why you're smart. You're smart. You know better. You know better. You know better than to test me. Let's see. Okay. I think I just have a few more details here. Let's see. Maybe I'm done with doing. I'll make a shitty isekai manga. No, everyone should make isekai. Do it. Everybody should do it. Everybody make terrible isekai manga. It'll be funny. It'll be funny. Just because it's, for me, it's more like, it's actually kind of interesting to see what people actually like when they make their isekais. Because like when people make them, yeah, there's like the slop stuff, but sometimes they'll put the stuff that they're generally interested in the story, and it's actually really interesting seeing what that is. You know, it could be something as cool as, you know, I don't know, communism, or it's just toilet paper. But I'm doing a different manga. I don't even like isekai. You will write isekai and you will like it, young man. This is an isekai household. And in this house, we write isekai. Sounds like a terrible origin story. Like you're forced to write isekai because your mom told you. Well, Mom, I want to write action adventure. No, you shall write isekai and you will like it. Isn't that technically an isekai every time you eat one of us and we went to the time dimension? Technically, yes. Screams, I got dragged into isekai lunch. I wouldn't test me, but I would tease. You're fine. You're fine. Let's see. Here we go. But like, it's like, these guys just honestly fascinates me, though I understand if people don't like it, because there is some stuff about it that's just really garbage. Okay, I think I'm finally done with it. Oh, guys, already past 1 o'clock. What am I gonna eat today? I don't know what I'm gonna eat today. I love its stupid little glasses. But Mom, I just want to make regular fantasy, no bland MCs or other worlds whatsoever. That doesn't matter, darling. In this house, we have written isekai for generations, and you are telling me you want to deviate from that? Bring shame upon our family? I cannot allow such a thing. You shall write isekai, and that is final. No child of mine is gonna write an isekai story. Even though isekai, there were plenty of garbage anime. Yeah, you're right. Eat a bagel. No. I will bring shame by doing an urban isekai. How dare you? Every time, like she's lecturing her child for breaking the family tradition of isekai. Oh boy. Oops. Wait. There we go. Fine, reverse isekai. I see how it is. Isekai's the only way to alternatives, exactly. But technically, is it isekai because whatever in Osmosis form of hell is it? Sorry, I talk about my comic assuming everyone has read. Ah, I see. I was like, what are you talking about? Teehee. Okay. I think that's it because I don't think I want any more accessories than that. Maybe. I might do some patterns or something. Okay. We've done it. We've actually inked something, chat. Look at this. I am being the production. I have done it. I am now immortal. I am a god. I will be normal one of these days. I swear. One of these days, I'm gonna be adorable. You'll see. I'm gonna be so normal. Everyone's gonna be like, oh man, Simi is so normal and not weird and talking about weird bullshit. It's gonna be amazing. Maybe. There we go. Anyway. I will subvert all of the isekai tropes and destroy the entire genre. You never said I had to embrace the isekai tropes. No! No, son, why would you do such a thing? Why would you dishonor your mother? Don't be normal, be you. No. I have to like lure everyone into a false sense of security, and they'll be like, wow, like, so that way when they recommend me to people, be like, yeah, Simi's like great, she's like super great, you know, she's super normal, she doesn't do anything weird, she doesn't scream at the top of her lungs or anything, you know, and she never ever talks about racism. And then they show up and I'm just like, so about the racism. They'll be like, they lied to me. They lied to me. They lied to me. I'm like, ah, you fool. You've fallen for my trap. And then they block me and never watch me again. That is my plan. Yep. Speaking of my plan was to like alienate all of you guys so you never actually watch me again. Why has that not worked? Like, seriously, why has that not worked? I was like, ah, yes. It'll be glorious. I'll stream in the morning and no one will ever know. Y'all keep showing up. What are y'all doing? As it becomes normal is the day I give her Ellie a cute pink bow. Damn. I got transported to a fantasy world of hot babes and as a gay sci-fi fan. Oh god. She has a city named a Big Shit. No, it's like it's Shacktown. The like that was accidentally founded by the like remember the James clan with LeBron of the James clan. So tempted to just have random background characters of nobility just named after like basketball players. Like it's like yes, I am Shaquille O'Neal the third. Like Shaquille O'Neal the third. Yes, Shaquille O'Neal the third of his name. Okay, that explains why you're bald. What? Oh, that'd be so bad. That'd be so bad, but so funny. I can't. Oh god, that'd be so funny though. Oh god. However, in Isekai, where the protagonist is the administrator of an Isekai world selection system in charge of determining who gets Isekai where, and they are one day get run over by a truck cut, now the blah, blah, blah has no idea where it's to send his soul. Oh my god. I mean, I think that might have been done already, but that'd be funny. You underestimate how dedicated we are to your streams, apparently. I'm just like, what are you guys even doing here? Basically, you started right at the right time for people of your time, so it's because also at the right timing, unless you are Southeast Asia. Oh damn. Big Shaquille O'Neal. Durante. Lord Durante. What do we do about the barbarian? Lord stepping up the... Are you sure you can aim this far? You guys are killing me, stop! I will say how he's got his basically a reflection of when I got to the lowest point of my life. Sometimes it's good to just channel your pain into the arts, you know? I think it's a good idea. They say the man who found Shacktown was the O'Neill family. I'm dying. Oh my god. They're like, how do we know this isekai was created by a person in America? I don't know, but there sure is a lot of random basketball players. I'm Mikhail of the Jordan family. My lord, you have a message from Jordans. Lord Michael of the Jordan family. I can't. Oh my god. I'm going to hell. That's where I'm going. I'm going right to hell. Oh god. Oh, I'll just steal from this one. I'll just steal. Wait, wrong one. No, I need one of like actual Leo, please. There we go. I'm like, what? This man is so fucking pale. There we go. Because I only have like 15 minutes and I've been goofing around this whole time. Like, I've been goofing. I'm so glad this man literally shows like no skin, apparently. Jesus, dude. You're supposed to be the fan service character. What are we doing here? Like, you show like no skin whatsoever. Let's see. Like, how are you gonna be a proper fan service character if you don't show some abs or something, man? We gotta see the abs. Let's see. There we go. Perfect. Just about. There you go. We all go. This legend of the tall man carrying an orb of pigskin. They say he originates from the land of the lake. the land of the lakemen, and they refer to him as LeBron's blade. Y'all ridiculous. Lord Charles Taylor, you sure you wish for me chuck this message to the other noble family? Like, oh my god, like, you know how like a lot of times they'll just have references to stuff in like series? This will just be mine. Just I don't even like basketball. I don't even like basketball, but this is really funny. This is super fucking funny. Like, just a bunch of people just show up and they just have random basketball. They say that there's an army of dedicated warriors who throw weapons such distance that you can hear their war cry as they yell their founder's name, Kobe! I'll take that, Ginger. Hello. I'm dying. My freaking chat's killing me. Help. I'm like, just see, this is how isekai can get better. Just put more basketball and football players in it. Just put more of them in it. It'll be fine. It'll be okay. No, it'll be okay. It's fine. Oh my god. I just fucking can't. This is so funny to me. I can't. Oh wait, no, that is not that. Okay. Right here. Okay. Right here. Okay, go. Oh lord. I don't even like basketball. This is killing me. Ah, Michael from the River of Jordan, thank you for coming on such short notice. Oh god. Same, but unfortunately, fucking fashion history is here, and I like hear popular clothing like, you know, Chuck Taylor, Converse, Jordans, and stuff. You know, yeah, I know. Oops. But still fun though, and I think it's like, you know, these are like little things that, like, you know, if you're American you can pick up on, because it's almost always like, you know, they always like slip in like Japanese references and stuff. I'm like, what? Yeah, We could put some like American references in there, like naming stuff after like presidents, stuff that only really Americans would know, but like it'd have to be like the super famous presidents like Washington or Lincoln or Batman. You know, it couldn't be like anything like, you know, I don't know, James Madison or whatever. Oh god. Sir David from the Beckham family, are you sure you can handle 90 seconds of infinity? I can't. There we go. Oh, that's why it looks weird. It's because this is not supposed to be there. There we go. Yes. I did one thing when I was working on my story is I did decide to really I said I wasn't gonna rewrite it, but like honestly, now that Stella has flaws and she's not a Mary Sue anymore, rip, I actually did find that I did change like the story like completely, and I think I might have some headway now. I think. I'm not sure, but I think I might finally have some actual like headway when it comes to her character, or not the character, but like the story, because I was having an issue with the story kind of puttering out, as it were, you know. Like, I don't know, like if you've ever written anything, you'll know what I mean, where it just kind of putters out, where you don't really know where the story can go. But I actually found a really good place for it. Actually, this is gonna be darker. There we go. There we go. I was like, this looks weird. Like, how do you have a shirt get ashy? Ugh. There we go. And then this is actually the darker black, or the lighter black. Okay, there we go. Much better. Then, what color was that? I think I'm gonna add some color back in here. I'm gonna add this back in here. There we go. There we go. Knock, knock, it's the USA! George. Imagine Batman being president. Oh, look, somebody was bound to be Batman at some point. They'll be fine. It's like, name the 87th president of the United States, Batman! Oh shit, they found out. There we go. And we have his tie. Alright. Also this up here. Okay, good. And then he has white gloves, because he's a professional. He is a professional. I did snazz up his outfit a little bit, because I'm like, he needs to be a little bit snazzy. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. And then we have this. Oh, I gotta go fix that over there. Okay. There we go. And then I could just, I'm super lazy today, so we're just gonna there we go. So I don't have to worry about any of the gaps. Oh, the bucket tool. Young Alicia Lincoln was a beautiful average teenage girl until she found out that she has presidential blood and enjoyed the feminist retelling of American. No, that sounds actually kind of great. Like, just yes, she has presidential blood. If Lex Luthor got to be president once, Batman came absolutely be. I mean, yeah. Say, what if Semi is president? Do not make me president. I will be too radical, and I will get assassinated. All that snaz. Yeah, comically, a comedian commented on the death of Brian, CEO of United Healthcare. Also, his son becoming fucking Batman. Just imagine that. No. Well, we have a good bean. Oh, I see. Well, Dio, even though you came dangerously close to losing your position as Employee of the Month, you basically came in clutch, and you got that back by basically groveling to me. As you should. So, I greatly appreciate that, and that's why you are the goodest bean. Pat pat on the forehead. There you go. Good boy. Anyway. Why the fuck did I put the okay. I do not have that much time left. I also have to go pick up some medicine. Oh, wait, that is not what I'm looking for. Where is it? Where's your face, my dude? Oh, here it is. There we go. He also, oh shit, he has a very limited color palette, because I cannot be bothered. I cannot be bothered to give this guy a more in-depth, like, freaking, like, outlet. I just can't. I'm just like, dude, I can't. Like, we are not dealing with any of that. Like, he has a very limited color palette because I refuse to deal with anything. Like, we're just gonna keep it nice and simple. Like, having him just I think he only has like 3 colors, so just keeping it nice and limited is good, I think. It's like, it's a good idea. There we go. I have to go back and fix some of those, but this is fine for now. I just like how he looks like this. Okay, we'll probably put this because I'm gonna make this darker in a minute. I think one thing I like about Leo is that, like, he legitly is just obsessed with Stella to a very hilarious degree. So him just, you know, being everywhere when it comes to her is really great. And in the story that I'm working on, like, after I've changed some major things, he's actually pretty good. I like this. I like him. He's great. That and him just bring your dead things is still the funniest thing ever. He's like, oh yes, like here's this random sexy dead man. She's like, what am I gonna do with this, Leah? He's like, I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure what you wanted with them in the first place. She's like, ah. Like, well, now there's a dead guy on my lawn. Stella's slowly getting desensitized because Leo is the worst. And see, you just gotta stay light on your feet, gotta work with the bounce of your step. Like Obama did. I can't. I mean, the piping lapels and the color really are a nice contrast. Yeah, like, I like it too, like, because for me it's just like, I don't know, like having his very basic color palette, like, it's really nice. I think do I want it to be white or do I want it to be like slightly off-white? Nah, that's fine. I want it to be like, I actually don't want it to be like a silvery white. Anyway, imagine the speech episode for Semi's OC. It would be very interesting. Let's see. Okay. And because I do not have that much time, do I want to do anything, any type of patterning for here? Let's see what I've got in my do I want to do like lace maybe? Let's see. No, that looks weird. Do not like it. Probably not roses because that will be inconsistent as hell and very annoying. I don't think I have enough patterns for this. Not really. Let's see. I might just have to ad-lib something. Anyway, just make it really small. Hey there, Raphael Lolo. Thank you for the care combo. I stretch. I don't know what my posture's doing, and I drink water. Yeah, he's a very obsessive pet cat. He is literally the worst, and that is why we love him, because he is terrible. Like, he is literally the worst, and I love him. Because again, he is like, he literally does not care unless Stella is involved. If she is, and he will he'll behave for the most part. But like, you know, but if she ever makes the mistake of, you know, not telling him to be the worst, then he will be the worst. So there's that. Let's see. I want to give him like pale buttons maybe. Let's see. I don't think, like, despite it be taking like, you know, forever, I think this came out pretty good. You know, for me, like, taking like, was it 2.5 hours to just color this one thing out, or inking and coloring it. There we go. Much better. Oh yes, he is so beautiful and so evil. He is literally the worst guy. Okay, you're probably wondering why I'm gonna do it like this. It's because it's so freaking pale, I can't see where anything is, so I have to like make his eyes dark at first. Give him banana. No, we're not gonna give him weird banana colors. I'm not gonna put a banana on Leo. There we go, so I can actually see where things are. Like, I don't like, normally I don't make characters this freaking pale, so it's kind of hard to tell where everything is. He's so goddamn pale, Jesus. Because he's a demon, but look, good lord, my dude. You need to go into the sun or something. Go. Okay, so now I can actually see where everything is. Alright. Okay. Pale ass. Anyway, and then his eyes are a bright red. Yeah, he is legitly very yandere. He really is. He is like, I mean, he's so yandere, he technically killed her. In a very abstract sense, he killed her. And other people, but the only one that matters is Stella, so that's fine. There we go. I need the face to be a little bit more bold, though. So we're gonna take this off. There we go. Much better. Look, it's Sebastian! Like, look, chat, it's just Sebastian! Oh god, I'm never gonna stop making that comparison. Ever. Just, nope. It's just Sebastian. There we go. He gets sun bleached. Oh god, complexion flash. It's like, just have like Leo out in the sun for like 2 seconds and he just blinds the countryside. Oh god, I can see it. There we go, look, he's got color. He's got a little bit of color. Look at that, he's alive. Like, he's alive, everybody. Oh god. Pale ass motherfucker. Oh god. Oh yeah, I gotta put his glasses back on. Except I'm gonna bring it out here. There we go. Stop it. No. I need one above it, thank you. And I'm gonna make it gold. Wrong one. Stop blocking me! Okay, I have to go back under and fix that. Okay, we're gonna use this. No, I should do it the other way. And thinner. There we go. He's so white, he literally can't tan because the reflects 90% of the light. I can't. Oh. Not the crunch. Yep. Yep. Blep, blep, blep. Lovely. Okay, we're just gonna do this because I am a little bit lazy right now. And then just gonna put a little of this right. Oh wait, not dark enough. Let's do. I'm gonna do this, and then this. Oh god, I have to be done soon. Ah. Okay, and then man, I can't wait to eat. It's gonna be so good. Okay, cool. And then we just gotta do his eyes, and then we shall be set, chat. We shall be set. All right. There's a pill on the creating light. I can't. I'm back. What are you drawing? I'm finishing drawing Leo. He is one of the characters from my nonsensical isekai story I'm making. He's a yandere. He's literally just Sebastian, only he, you know, isn't a weird predator. I mean, technically Sebastian isn't a predator either, but you know what I mean. Like, instead of being in a weird situationship with a 12-year-old, 13-year-old boy, he's obsessed with a blatantly adult woman. So, there's that. There we go. Alrighty. Do I want this? There we go. Ah, there he is. He's Beautimus and nothing but trouble. Blatantly adult. Blatantly adult. Like she doesn't look like she's a child, because a lot of times when you have butlers, they're always paired with children for some reason. It bothers me to no end. But he's basically just obsessed with a full-grown woman. Girl, Lord. Hello at all. Let's see here. There we go. All right. And there we go. Ah, yes. Look at him being completely charming and not planning anybody's downfall. Ah. Like, he's totally not about to, like, murder a family or whatever. He's not that type of demon. He's a good one. He's one of the good ones. Are there any good demons? I don't know. There might be statistically. I don't know. Statistically, there could be good demons. I don't know. According to the last census, there was like 2 who reported that they were good, but they were also properly exercised, so we will never know. And there we go. Lighten. Okay. Oops. Wrong one. Okay, perfect. There you go. Here he is in all of his not murderous glory. Leo Devlis. He exists and is totally not trying to kill people. Yep. Absolutely. Stop it. No. Just gonna do that. And then I'm gonna just come in here with this, because I am taking too long. Because I gotta get food. I gotta get food, man. Yay! He lives. Anyway. Art actually looks good. Thank you. More like Alec. We are not adding like more people to Leo's weird roster. Need to teach semi-modern slang. She used it like that one vampire Tumblr post. No! The good and evil concept is created by humans. Demons are older than that. I mean, no, he's not. He was created by humans, so, you know. Is there such a thing as bad angels? Like, should be good demons? Exactly. Fancy schmancy art. I'm not gonna eat him. No. There we go. But here we go. Here is the glorious, completely not unhinged Leo Devlis. Yes, he has a very stupid name because he was named by a very normal woman. So yeah, there you go. But yeah, here he is in all of his delicious glory and not burning down an orphanage or whatever. Okay, anyway, I gotta get going. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the other screen. I was like, hey, Lang, hello. I don't know, he looks so pretty, but he's so evil. Like, he's such a great guy, but he's so awful. Like, it's one of the things like, let me go and head back over here. Anyway, I'm too lazy. Anyway, wings. Ah. But yeah, good night, Grandma. Anyway, thank you very much, everybody, for joining me today. It was a very fun week, a very fun stream. We got to talk about completely normal things, as is tradition. It's a fit. There's nothing that could be the goal, black and white tie. Yeah. Exactly, but thank you very much, everybody. If you are watching the VOD, I hope you enjoyed, and if you are watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. I will make real videos eventually, but don't hold your breath. Be good, behave, and don't be a menace, and don't eat a horse. Okay, I love you, everybody. Have a good day, okay? See you next Wednesday. See you next Wednesday. Okay, bye. Goodbye. Goodbye. Yes. Bye. Hasta la bye-bye, Daddy-O.